what are we going to start in this? Which is, I'm just making a note here.
Okay.
This is class 1. Okay. So today is 25, 10, 20, 25. Okay. The goal is to understand that Microsoft Azure Administrator.
Right, sir.
The certification name is Z104.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we going to talk about in this overall? Let's see this as standard Microsoft syllabus. Okay, you can also look into it in our portal. We have defined that is syllabus.
Okay, sir.
We'll talk about standard syllabus from defined by the Microsoft AZ104. Okay. Microsoft Certified Azure Administrator. So this is when you talk about the examination point of view, certification point of view, $165. Okay.
It's around 14,000, right?
No. It is if you talk about India, it would be 4865 rupees.
Ah, it's cheaper then.
Okay. So yeah, it is just for prepare your exam. Before preparing, just what are we going to, right? These are all assessing that is in the exam part. And we are also going to talk about these 5 topic. Okay. What are those here? These manage Azure identities and governance, implement and manage storage, deploy and manage Azure compute resources, implement and manage virtual networking, and we'll talk about monitor and maintain Azure resources.
Okay.
So these 5 areas, 5 topics is most important in terms of become a Azure administrator and also examination point of view.
Okay.
Okay. So what is the prerequisites would be needed? Right, we are talking about, which is as a candidate for this certification, you should have a subject matter expertise in implementing, managing, monitoring, and organizations Azure environment, including these.
Okay.
What are these? Virtual network, storage, compute, identity, security, and governance. So
Okay.
basically, we are going to concentrate on this as per the Microsoft recommendation and syllabus what they have defined. We'll talk about.
Okay.
Okay. So as an Azure administrator, you often serve the parts of the larger team dedicated to implementing an organization's cloud infrastructure. You also coordinate with other roles to deliver Azure networking, security, database, applications, development, and DevOps solutions. Yesterday we talked about, right? You are
Yeah.
become a lead of the entire infrastructure.
Right,
So
sir.
we are not focusing about only Azure point of view. You should know the Azure concept, then you'll be focusing on entire infrastructure, networking, security, database, application, develop. These are all. So we should be familiar with that. What are the operating system, networking, servers, and virtualization,
Okay.
right? And you can plan for the later. PowerShell, it's one of the automation tool to know that, to how we can make the things to automate. That would be helpful for you, PowerShell list. So overall, what are prerequisites would be needed? So when you become that entire Azure infrastructure, Azure infra, it is nothing. Just we need to understand. We have already known the concept,
Yeah.
because when you talk about the traditional infra, which is
Okay.
called on-prem data center, on-prem environment,
Yeah.
right? On-prem infrastructure.
Yeah.
We know that on-prem infrastructure how it work. So on-prem infrastructure, we have the physical data center, right? We have the
Yeah.
physical data center. physical data center.
Mhm.
And in that physical data center, what are we going to do? We have that is in physical networking, correct?
Yep.
And we have a servers, we have
Mhm.
a storage, right?
Mhm.
We have a backup, right? We everything
Mhm.
everything it is connected physically, right?
Correct, sir.
In a very big a place, very big place, and with a proper your rack system, right? They put into
Mhm.
all the rack system and all the servers physically connected, networking, everything did, right? And
Mhm.
how are we supporting? We are accessing these resources
Mhm.
with a dedicated network, right? With a dedicated
Network.
network, and based on the access, we're accessing the resources, right?
Right.
Now, obviously, when you go this infra, why we need a cloud first?
Mhm.
Why we need a cloud? Why can't we go with this infrastructure? Why we are not going to this infrastructure?
Mhm.
It is first most important. Obviously, it's a cost. It's a more cost.
Right.
Very much because nowadays every organization they're trying to reduce the cost in terms of make the things to automate, reduce the basically. I would tell you that is in one thing. Every industry currently they're looking for what they're looking for here: cost,
Um, Cost cutting. Correct.
cost optimization,
Yeah.
and automation.
Right.
This is the a concept keeping all the industry
Yep.
reducing the cost because they are not willing to spend more money. Then if you're not ready to spend the money, then how the things to do? You have to, they will tell you that make the things to optimize. If you are telling
Mhm.
you are project supporting 10 people, then make the team to
Mhm.
only 3 people, optimize it. And
Right.
how are you going to optimize it? You have to implement more automation.
Right.
So this is a concept everywhere, and people are struggling
Mhm.
and surviving there into the who has a skill, who has
Correct.
a really experience and knowledge, they are surviving. But how do we fight with that? Next 10 year we need to plan accordingly, right? Next 10 years nowadays, okay, fine, we are handling and all these things. How about the future?
Yeah.
We have to be fight with that, to ready with that, to understand the more concept on this.
Mhm.
How do we help to reduce in the cost? Because when we know the concept, when we know the knowledge, then
Mhm.
we can able to handle this kind of. So
Correct.
reducing the cost means what? When we are using the on-prem environment,
Mhm.
obviously whatever the new customers are started their business and startup company, they will not go with this infra. Why? Because they have to invest huge money for physical data center. They
Mhm.
would need for the place. They would need for all hardware
Yeah.
component need to purchase, right?
Mhm.
Everything they have to spend money, physical
Correct.
place, and spend more money.
Mhm.
Initial investment. It's
Correct.
a huge money, right? Initial
Yeah.
investment. Obviously, they should bring all the physical networking, servers, storage, licenses, everything they have to spend. So I do not want to spend more money for initial investment. What will happen after 1 month or 2 months? This business is not run and it is not it is not going to the as expected. Then whatever spend money, huge money is lost, right?
Right.
And if it's running long days also, again you need to plan for maintenance, upgradation,
Mhm.
migration, again the operating system license part, everything is all headache, correct? Again you have to purchase it.
Correct. Right.
What Microsoft has did it, okay,
Mhm.
whatever you are going to start your infra,
Mhm.
we have it. Microsoft has a product called as Azure, right? Other
Mhm.
product also we have that is in, that Amazon, we have that
Google,
AWS,
AWS. Yeah.
right? These people also have the same service they're providing with their
Mhm.
infrastructure, right?
Correct. Correct.
And we have the Google, they are providing for their infrastructure called as a GCP, Google Cloud Platform.
GCP. Yeah.
Now we are going to learning for Microsoft product that is called as Azure.
Right.
What Microsoft is did it, he said Microsoft Azure
Mhm,
across globe, across
mhm, mhm,
worldwide, they have created huge IT infrastructure.
mhm,
They created a physically data center. They have the digital networking, everything they have it.
mhm,
And Microsoft telling that is in you tell us what you needed, what operating system you needed, what backup you needed, what storage you needed. They
mhm.
have it, everything they have in place already. You just access over the internet, access over the internet, required resources, and pay what you use it. That's it.
Right.
It's the best method.
Mhm,
In again, when you talk about the security, there is a huge security. There is a huge security. With the
mhm,
more security, they have taken care what is in all the security, concept, security aspect they have designed already.
mhm,
With a more huge or more security. Earlier, people are worried about how do I go with our infrastructure to the cloud
mhm.
and what security it would be. It is now all earlier banking people, finance people are worried about to go their infrastructure to the cloud. Now they are very happy because they have huge and more security they involved in this. The
Right.
dedicated security is involved.
Correct.
But how this is operations happening? Why I need to recommend to the Azure? If you talk about Azure
Mhm,
infrastructure in infrastructure data center, Azure data infrastructure. Okay.
yeah. Yep.
If you see global infrastructure, okay,
Mhm,
how it is be designed. You see this?
yep.
It's a entire worldwide global infrastructure.
Mhm,
You can see this design.
correct.
We know that already. What is that here? Across worldwide with the dedicated line, a physical highest speed fiber optic cable
Mhm,
connected one end, other end, right?
mhm.
That is what we are
Right.
able to, they made one single portal. They gave the
Mhm,
one single portal called, what is the portal name here? The portal name is just accessing https
mhm.
portal dot
Azure.com.
azure.com. That's all. Azure.com. In this portal, you tell us what service you would need it.
Mhm,
Okay, everything is available. This is what we designed already. If I go to the portal.azure.com,
mhm.
okay.
Yep.
So this Azure portal, one single portal,
Mhm,
based on your email ID you logged in, you will have a
mhm.
lot of services. Earlier it was very less and there Microsoft has keep implementing,
Expanding. Yeah.
expanding, implementing new feature, new enhanced feature, and they bringing it. So they made as a category.
Yep.
Okay, earlier the category was there. Now they put into the category like networking one category. Okay,
Mhm,
networking one category, compute is one category,
mhm,
and Entra ID is one category,
mhm.
right? And storage is one category,
Yep.
and automation is one category.
Mhm.
So they have put into that, and whatever new features are implementing, they're bringing into that is respective categories, right? Let's see this.
Correct.
Now, if you go to the home, now if you click on this left side line, if you see the
Mhm,
all services,
mhm,
in this all services, It is just very basic. I'm just bringing you to directly before we start it. Okay,
Right,
you
sir.
know that already.
Yep.
Just to make you to understand
Mm-hmm.
that how do we start it. You see here, it
Right,
is
sir.
all category they made it,
Okay.
and each category Microsoft has keep implementing their enhanced feature on the respective category, right?
Right, sir.
So how many categories are there? What Microsoft saying? You tell me what else you needed. Everything is available. So if you see this, every category can see the count of number.
Wow.
You see today 20 in AI plus machine learning 20, correct? Compute
Yeah.
33. You might be see that is in after next 2 or 3 months number get changed. Why? Because
Correct.
they are keep on adding new
Adding.
feature,
Yeah.
enhanced comprehensive features are adding into the respective categories, correct?
Right, sir.
So if you see the networking 35, monitor we have 25, security we have 20. So these are all services provided by the Microsoft, and you tell us what you needed. You want to go with the Microsoft Azure, go to the compute and create a virtual machine and tell us what exactly would need it. 5 year back in this category, it was only 5 to 6 categories when we started journey on the cloud. Now it has
Right.
become a 33. There are all new feature, new enhanced feature they have implemented, bringing to the respective cloud, right? Respective categories.
Right.
So overall in these categories, what are the topic we are going to talk about? We are going to talk about, as per the syllabus of the 104, we are going to
Mm-hmm.
discussing this. We are going to talk about networking, compute, enter ID, storage, and
Mm-hmm.
these are all which we created here.
Right, sir.
So first, most important, what we are going to, we'll talk about the networking topic
Mm-hmm.
first. What is
Okay.
called implement and manage networking.
Mm-hmm.
So in this, the very basic prerequisites would be needed
Mm-hmm.
before we talk about actual or virtual networking.
Right.
What are the prerequisites and basic skill needed for this?
Um, Basic idea about networking, sir.
Correct idea about networking.
Right,
When
sir.
I talk about idea of networking,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean by that?
IP addresses.
Perfect. Okay, IP address. What are the IP addresses?
The five classes, sir.
Very good. What are the classes of IP address?
A, B, C, D, E.
Very good. Okay, class A, class B. Very good. Class C and class D and class E. Very good. What is the range of the IP addresses in class A? We know that
1 to 126.
0 to
1 to
0.
126.
Right. Start with 0 and you can talk about 1 to 126.
Great, sir.
What would be the default subnet mask?
Um, I read about it, sir. I just
No
forgot it.
worries.
But it's
255.0.0.
255.0.0.0.
Very simple. I'm talking about
Yeah.
default subnet mask. Right?
Right,
When you
sir.
type this again. So what about the class B?
It's a 255. Okay, that's
No,
228 to I think
223.
yeah, 223.
What about 127?
127 is a loop back.
191.
Yeah.
191. Okay. 128 to 191. So 127 is a loopback. We know that.
Yeah,
So 0.0.1 is it's a
loop
loopback.
back.
Okay, testing for our interface. Right. This is what you are not using. So
Yeah.
128 to 191 class B. What would be the default subnet mask in class B?
255.255.0.0.
Perfect. Okay. 255.255. What about the class C range of IP address?
C is
192 to 223. Correct?
23. Right, sir.
What would be the default subnet of class C?
255.255.255.0.
Triple 255.0. Right. Class D and E, we are not using. These two are reserved for the scientific purpose, right?
Right.
If you try to provide the 224, can you able to, it will take the IP address?
No.
ncpa.cpl. If I type one of the interface,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if I type 224, what
Mm-hmm.
will tell you that
Right.
224 is not a valid entry. Please specify a value between 1 to 23. So
Mm-hmm.
start with one class A and end with that is 223. It is a class C, right? These
Right.
two are reserved for the scientific purpose. We do not going to use it, right? And when you say that it is in last IP address would be class A 126 dot
Mm-hmm.
0 dot 0 dot 1. If I put the subnet mask, it would give you 255 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. It is a default subnet mask.
Right, sir.
Now, if I go to the 127, it is a not valid IP address. It will tell you this is a loopback IP address.
Right.
Now, if you talk about start with the 128 dot 0 dot 0 dot 1, what would be the subnet mask? 255 dot 255 until
Mm-hmm.
200 until 191.
Right.
191 dot 1 dot 255 dot 255 dot. This is the last IP address, right? It's the
Yeah.
last IP address of class B. So still, if you are using 191, the
Mm-hmm.
subnet mask would be
255 dot.
55.255. The moment you
Okay.
type it to 192.0.0.1, the subnet mask would be 255.255.255.0
Right.
until 223 dot until 223 dot
Mm-hmm.
255.255.255. Your subnet mask would be 255. So this is a classes of IP address which is defined, right? If I ask you, okay, in class A,
Mm-hmm.
how many in a class A,
Mm-hmm.
how many network can use and how many users or how many hosts can use? Host means what? IP address,
Yeah, dedicated IP for one
right? In a
machine.
class A. So
Yeah.
how do we define it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is all going to calculation based on the default subnet mask. So the
Yeah.
default subnet mask provided 255.0.0.
Mm-hmm.
If I write in a binary number, how I can write it here?
1100 like.
Right. So basically, if I talk about to writing here, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32,
Yeah. 64.
64, and
128.
128. So basically, we know that IP address, it is a IPv4
Right.
means what? It's a 32-bit IP address,
Mm-hmm.
right? 32-bit and 32-bit IP address divided into 4 octet and each octet 8-bit. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is 8-bit we are talking about, right? If you see 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0 and 0, right?
Right.
8-bit. Now, if I am writing into the binary number here 255, now how do I write in binary number 255.0.0.0? How do I write it? I should write to converting the binary number. So 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16
Mm-hmm.
plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. What is the value of this? 128 plus
Mm-hmm.
64 equal to 192. 192 plus 32 equal to 224.
Mm-hmm.
224 plus 16 What is the value? 240. 240 plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
248.
Mm-hmm.
248 plus 4 equal to 252. 252 plus 2 equal to 254, and 254 plus 1 equal to 255. Correct?
Right, sir.
So if I write in binary number, how do I write it here? So
Mm-hmm.
should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct?
Right, 8 octet.
And how about next one is 0, 0, 0? Should be
0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
how many
8 times
zeros?
8 times 0.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right.
So how many ones are there? How many zeros are there here?
8, 1, and 8 plus 8 plus 8. 24 zeros.
So how many networks can use? It means indicate
Mm-hmm.
once.
8.
Network indicate means once.
Uh-huh.
Host indicate means zeros.
Right.
Now how many ones are there?
8.
There is a formula you can use 2 to the power of 8.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the value of the 2 to the power of 8?
Um, I'm very weak in calculations, sir.
No worries, don't worry. Okay, Google will help us. And host indicates how many hosts are there?
uh, 24.
2 to the power of 24.
Yeah.
So in generic, we are talking about in class A, how many networks by default, how many networks you are using. It means
Mm-hmm.
it will tell you that 2 to the power of 8 is
Mm-hmm.
network, how many you are going to use it? 256.
Right.
2 to the power of 8. 256. So
256.
256 network you are using in a class A.
Mm-hmm.
What is the value of the 2 to the power of 24?
Mm-hmm.
In a class A, you are going to use class A these many IP address.
Right. Oh,
1 crore 67 lakh
mhm.
77,216 IP address you are using.
Right.
So if you are using that is in the class A IP address, are you using this many IP address?
No.
Then whatever IP addresses you are using,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you are using 1000, 2000. What about remaining IP address?
Waste.
Correct. So to avoid this scenario, we
Mm-hmm.
have that is in networking calculation. In this same things in a network, in a virtual networking or in Azure networking, they will tell you we are needed 300 IP address of this network. Please create a two virtual network which is called virtual network. In that you need to create a subnet. So this calculation would help you. Now the
Right, sir.
class B, what is the value of the class B?
Um, Class B is 256 plus 256.
So 255, 255. What is the value of
Yeah.
this here?
Rather than slash 8 will be slash 16.
Correct. Class
8.
16. And you will have the, how many networks are there? How
16.
many? 16. 2 to the power of
2 to the power of 16.
16.
Yeah. So it's double from
Ah,
the,
so
yeah.
now again, how many networks and how many hosts when you talk about in a class B? 2 to the power of 16. 2 to the power of 16. So 65,536 in class AB. If you are using 2 to the power of 16, 65,536, this many IP address, this
So
many,
it's lesser than class A.
correct. How about the class C again?
Class C will be 2 to the power of 16, no, no, 24, sir.
So it's exactly opposite of class
Yeah,
A.
approx
Now,
35,000.
correct. Now you are getting network more, host is less, correct?
Right.
So you are going to write here how many ones are there, how many zeros are there here. Ones are increased to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here
Yeah,
2 to the power of
24.
2 to the power of 24
Right.
and 2 to the power of 8, right? So now here network you are getting this much
Yeah.
and host you are getting this much, means IP address. If I tell you, you will know that what do you mean by /8 /16 /24? What do you mean by this?
Class of the IP, sir. It's A, B, C.
No, the /8 /16 /24 indicate for your network of the respective classes. Means 8 ones indicate network, 2 to the power of 8, 2 to the power of 16,
Ah,
2 to the power of 24.
okay.
This is the default subnet mask to identify the networks, correct?
Right.
If I tell you that example, I am going to use 192.160. I'm using for 10.0.0.0/16. Find not 16, 14. Okay, /14. Find the default subnet mask. Subnet mask and prepare how many subnet will create in this network.
Mhm.
How do we do that?
So, sir, it's triple, all one at 8. First network octet will be all 8, and
All
then
eight? All eight means how do I write it?
1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then
Then then you have how many left? Six
1,
more. 1
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, next.
0 0.
Okay,
Then
next.
dot. Then all zeros.
Very good. And next.
I studied that, sir, but I forgot because we don't use it in day to day.
That's fine. This still is correct. Now, fine. Now we wanted, what is the question here? Find the default subnet mask.
Right.
So 14 I gave, you made it 14, correct. And what is
Yeah.
the default subnet mask? How do I find it? Now here is the by default
255.
255. And what is the value of this all 61? 61 value is 61 value is 52.
252.
61 values till 8. No, till
252.
4. Till 4 is 252. So subnet mask would be dot 252 dot 0
0
dot
dot
0.
0. Yeah.
And again, and prepare how many subnets will create in this network. Now, your IP address is given 10.0.0.0/14.
Right.
And we got to know that is default subnet mask 255.252.0.0. Correct? Now, in this, I would go to the subnet 1, 2.0.1.0/24. And again, each subnet, each subnet will create this network and also create a network and create each network should be using 256 IP address.
Right.
Now, overall in this network,
Mhm.
we created one subnet 1 with a slash 24 subnet 1
Mhm.
and default subnet mask. What is the default subnet mask of this if I using here?
255 dot 0 255 dot 0 dot 0.
Sorry.
No, no, no.
Why? Because I'm using for 24.
Mhm.
Why I'm using 24 here?
To save the IP.
So they asked for 256 IP address. Can I get the 256 IP address here?
Um, slash 24. I need to calculate, sir.
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many hosts? 4,
8.
5, 6, 7, 8. What is the 2 to the power of 8?
255.255.255.0 will be the subnet mask, and 2 to the power of 24.
2 to the power of host network should
Host,
be
sorry,
using
sorry.
256 IP address.
8, 8, sir.
So what is the value of this?
Um,
256.
256.
First one. Correct? So
Yeah.
now that requirement will come in the Azure saying
Mhm.
that you have the network like this, like this. Please create a VNet. Please create a virtual network with the range 10.0.0.0/16.
Mhm.
In this, create a subnet, create a two subnet, okay, which is create a two subnet,
Mhm.
which will use 256 IP address of each network.
Okay.
So it would be like this. How it is going to grow? You can see this. We'll be creating
Mhm.
Azure network. This would be VNet 1. Name of the VNet you're providing VNet 1. That is 10.0.0.0/16.
Mhm.
In this, you need to create a subnet 1
Right.
and create a subnet 2. So infrastructure you're creating here, subnet 1. The IP address would be 10.0.1.0/24
Yep.
and subnet 2, it would be a 2.0/24. And if I create a one VM on the subnet,
Mhm.
if I create a one VM on the subnet, what would be the IP address?
Uh,
We'll do the practical for this to make
okay,
sure
sir.
to understanding here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I give the VM1, what would be the IP address of this machine? What would be the VM2?
So it's 10.0.0 to 55.
Think about subnet and then provide the IP address again in Azure. In Azure, please note in Azure network, in Azure network, each subnet,
Right.
there are 5 IP address will be reserved.
Okay. Reserved for?
I'll tell you. Okay. First one is you have that is in network address.
Okay.
Last one is broadcast IP address.
Broadcasting. Okay.
Okay. Second one is you have the Azure DNS IP address. Okay.
Okay.
Third one is okay. Let's see this. What are the IP addresses? Is Azure subnet reserved IP address.
This funda I'll clear it today, sir. I know that I'm lacking in networking, but I'll
You got
clear
to
it
know.
today itself, sir. Yeah.
You got to know that. Here you will got to know that. See this.
Yeah.
See this. Zero is network address. One is the gateway IP address.
Okay.
Third one, third and fourth is reserved for the Azure DNS service. And third and fourth. Okay, and fifth one is network broadcast. So in this
Mhm.
10.0.1.0 you are using, correct?
Right.
10.0.1 dot in this network.
Correct.
10.0.1.0. So it means 10.0.1.0 network address 10.0.1.0
One will be reserved. Two will be reserved. Three
reserved.
will be reserved, and the last one will be reserved. Yeah.
Now tell me what would be the valid IP address get updated to the VM?
I think it's five. I don't know. It's one, two, three. So I think it's
10.0.
four. 10.0
Okay,
dot 1.4.
0.1.25.
And
Okay,
255. Yeah.
so what would be the valid IP address for this VM? Should be
Uh, four.
should be releasing 10 dot
10.0.0.4.
no 1.4. Subnet is
Yeah,
belongs
one dot.
to. And what about this machine, this network? 10.0.2.4, correct?
2.4. Yeah.
This is subnet, isn't it?
Right, sir.
So this is how the actual network is going to create in a
VNet.
Azure. Azure. Okay, let me just show you here. How do we create it? How do we create it? There is a service in Azure network called as for the lab, okay, for creating VNet in Azure,
Mhm.
the service called, that's what we are talking about first networking, right? In this VNet,
Mhm.
that we need to go to the service VNet and create a VNet,
Mhm.
okay, and provide a name of VNet
Yep.
and define the IP address range
Mhm.
for VNet
Right.
and create a subnet on this VNet, right? Let's see how it works. Go
Okay.
to the portal. What is the service we are talking about? First VNet. Search in the
VNet.
VNet virtual networks. Okay. And most important, please note in Azure, you know that already. Any service, any resources you're creating.
Mhm.
Again, another note, any resource or service creating
Mhm.
in Azure, the mandatory to select your subscription and
Resource group.
correct.
Yeah.
Perfect. And resource group. Okay. So this is very basic. We know these things already, right?
Correct, sir.
Now, if I go to the networking, if I am going to create a network, virtual networking,
The
it's a very
slash thing, I'll clear that doubt today itself, sir. So probably I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll be very, very, very clear.
very good, very good,
Yeah.
very good, perfect. Okay, now anyone is come to and ask you, okay, I have this network. They will not give you the clear. They will give you
Mm.
the this concept network team. If you are into the in your team or your infrastructure, they will give this kind of IP address only, and we will be
Correct.
not be confusing. Okay, what is this actual /14?
Yeah.
Immediately we understood, okay, this /14 is become a one network, and how many, what would be the default subnet mask we would be using for, they'll ask you like this, okay, if this is the default, you can find the default subnet mask. If they ask us, this is, we identify the default subnet mask. In
Okay.
this, you need to create a subnet. Yeah, so you tell us what is the range. We are getting this many range of IP address, I mean subnet. In the subnet, if you are using for this many IP addresses, yeah, you say 256, lesser the host,
Mhm.
increasing the number of network.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a formula. So
Okay.
same things, if you see here, we are creating a one network here,
One is you calculating as a
network.
network, sir, and zero is the
Zero
host.
indicate for the host. Simple formula, simple
Okay.
understanding.
Okay.
Now we are creating our own network. The subscription is I'm using on pay as you go, and I'm creating for the resource group, which is RG underscore
Mhm.
VNet for the lab purpose. And then virtual network name, it is VNet1. Okay, I'm going to use for the region default one. And you see
So,
the
sir, the region is always, wherever you deploy your resource.
right, which now your infrastructure is created, which region, right? Which region you are going to, which, where is you are going to create your data center, your own data center, already there, right? If you see
Mhm.
now your business started where,
Mhm.
your resources want to create where, India, uh, across worldwide, where you wanted to start your business or
Right.
to deploy your infrastructure. So I'm
Mhm.
taking that is lab point of east to west. If you wanted to take India, so you
Mhm.
have see